Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. It's Mugshot Monday. I've got Keisha here. You guys, Life After Lockup. It's coming to an end.
You know what? This was a good episode.
Oh my God, Keisha. Usually the last episodes you can kind of fly through because they did shit on the episode before. I was like,
Yeah.
I told my family, I was like, hey, I'll be ready to watch whatever we're watching. Black Rabbit on Netflix is really good with Jason Bateman. And I'm always like, hey, give me like an hour and a half. I was like, 2 hours later, I'm still up there typing because I kept having to rewind. And Dave came in behind me at one point and goes, he stood there for a second. And I go, what? Because I'm sure it was some trash bullshit happening. And he goes, what show is this? I go, Life After Lockup. He goes, I figured. I didn't want to ask. I go, yeah. I go, when you're down in the trash, that's what this show is.
The bottom of the barrel.
Bottom. You jumped in the dumpster and then you climbed to the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. You're down there with all the nasty juice, the raccoons, way down deep, all down deep with the slime and all that. That is Lalu, and we love it. And it was a long episode, but it was really good. And usually, you know what? You're right. I usually kind of doze off a little bit sometimes on that final episode.
Yeah, because they've done it all. Yeah.
But no, they did good. They did good.
They gave us some follow-up shit. It was great. It was great.
I
Listen,
love it.
We have heard tell, but not exactly, that it's Love After or During or whatever is going to come at the end of January. So guys, we got to slog through October, November, December, January. And what we're going to be covering is 60 days in season 4. Now, if we get through 60 days in season 4 and we're still have some time left, then we'll just throw in some documentaries or we'll cover it, some old episodes. We'll keep you posted. But this will still be your place for Mugshot Monday. You'll still get your prison information here.
Yes, you will.
Here, this will be the spot. Now,
never fear.
If you guys love hearing Keisha talk, along with me, obviously, that's why you're here, then what you will really love is our Love is Blind coverage. So we put out the first episode, which was Love is Blind season 9, episode 1 and 2. We put that out on the free feed so you can get a little taste of it. And the rest of the episodes are over on Pink Shade Prime $10 level. And so like on the 8th, which is this Wednesday, they'll drop episode 7, 8, 9. We drop episode 7, 8, 9. We've already watched it. I am here to tell you this season is firing on all cylinders. I've listened to, I usually don't listen to a lot of podcasts about it. I usually don't listen to any actually, because I don't want, but I've been texting so much with Matt about this of Reality Gaze. I've been texting with Amy and Amanda. I've been texting with Chris DeRosa and Kate Casey. Kate thinks should be called Love is Bland. She thinks it's so boring because Kate is a contrarian.
No!
Whatever. If you say black, Kate says white. She's just going to be always going to be a contrarian. Chris agrees with me, and he is a reality television producer. He agrees with us that that he's like, I'm back in. This is like, if they can give us more seasons like this. Yes.
This season has so many elements to it.
So many.
There's going to be so many times you're like, what the fuck? There's going to be times where you have tears. Sometimes you're going to have to turn your volume down because someone's really loud. There's sex. There's race relations in it. Like, bad hair, lots of bad hair extensions.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's really good. And sometimes I'm like, you're like, okay, I got to watch this because we got to cover it.
Yeah.
This is different. Like, it is completely and totally enjoyable.
Yes.
Nothing like the last season in the States. I can't even remember where they were.
Minneapolis.
Okay. So much better than that. Like, this is good. If you're not watching it, it is worth the money to join Patreon to hear the recaps of this show. Because these mofos are crazy.
And people liked that at the beginning, especially the first few episodes, I was putting up the pictures of who people are.
Yes.
Because sometimes all these white people look alike. I mean, let's be honest.
They do. And I was telling you, I've gotten so much positive feedback, including about the slideshow. And here's the thing, guys. It's not just to help y'all. It's to help us as well. Because we're looking at each other like, who?
Another blonde girl? Which one?
Yeah. So this season has been chef's kiss.
Yeah. I have flip-flopped on people. I have
Yes.
thought, "This is the hero. This is the terrible." I will
Yes.
tell you one of the funniest comments we got, and cannot
Okay.
remember who said it, but you are funny, whoever said it, and I've told it to everybody, is that Mike looks like you put Dean Cain in a rock tumbler.
It's true.
If you guys don't know what rock tumblers are, this is like a toy that we used to get when we were little, and you would get like a rock from outside and put it in, and go rum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 and it would make it
It's
nice and smooth and shiny. Except maybe they with this guy, they cut it off halfway through, so he was still tumbled.
the
Mhm,
accuracy is on point
mhm.
because that is so true, and I don't think we would have ever thought about that.
So good because we're always like,
It's
somebody
good.
reminds us of somebody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that girl,
Mhm.
that awful
Mhm.
girl, Casey, looks like a spray tanned Christina from the coast. Yeah, that
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, the chocolate bar. Like, I don't need spray tape. I'm just gonna rub that Hershey's chocolate bar all over my body.
Amy and Amanda were like, in that last episode of episode 6, when she meets with him at the hotel, they were
Yeah,
trying to make her look like she was off a Skid Row, like she was homeless. I was like,
that's how she looked.
I don't think anybody was trying to make her look anything.
No,
That's how
she
she looked.
came out there with her hair looking like she was caught in a tornado and blotchy skin, and then we're not gonna even get to the word vomit that she was, spilling
Makes
out.
no
So
sense. You
she's
guys just
awful.
wait to see the follow-up of what happens and
Oh
how
god.
she treats Patrick afterwards. Just wait. You thought you hated her before. Get ready.
Oh great. I
So this is
can't
why
wait to
it's
hate
good.
her
This is why
more.
it's good. We're not even here to talk about that, but this is why it's good. So
Yeah.
there's that. Now I have another announcement to make here because if people want more Keisha content, here's where you're going to get it. Okay.
Okay. Do I know? 'Cause sometimes she'll say something like, "Oh, okay, okay,
I think I
okay."
told you. We are
Maybe.
going to, once Love is Blind is over on the $10 level, we're going to pick up with a new show,
Mhm.
and it's going to be a rewatch of
Okay.
Welcome to Plathville. Keisha, you wouldn't
Oh.
talk about a bunch of white people that look alike.
Yeah, I have always wondered, have those people ever seen a person of color?
Uh, well, I think we'll probably have to get a few seasons in before one
Before they
appears.
do?
One
Before
one ap
okay.
one appears in the kitchen, and
Oh,
it's a per
man.
it's Kim's personal trainer that she's lusting
Oh,
after from the gym.
man.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm
But
excited.
I don't When Micah goes to LA, he has, friends of all, sexual identities and from
Okay.
different cultures and things. He has this one friend
Good.
who had, grew up in Indian culture, so he sort of understands Micah, a strict
Okay.
culture. Um, he's adorable, but we gotta get a lot of seasons in, a lot of seasons in.
Long as it happens. Long
It
as it
happens, I
happens. That's
mean,
the most important part.
we're on season 7. It probably happens at season 4 or 5. Anyway, you guys, so we're gonna do a Welcome to Plathville rewatch. Keisha's never watched it. As you guys know, I've said a million times to anybody who'll listen, it's the best show on television.
Yep.
And with my Plathville knowledge and Keisha having no knowledge, it'll be great. It'll be
Yeah,
great.
it's just one of those shows that's on in the background because 'cause they've got TLC on, and
Mhm.
we'll look and say, "Damn, they're blonde," and,
Kate Casey says she wonders if she ever wandered onto that farm, would they even notice? I said, no.
No! She fit right on in.
Yeah, she goes, they would just think I was an ant and put me right to work.
Yeah,
Um,
add one more, plate to the table. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she fit right on in over there.
Now I did, we have joked around on here about the review that I got, we don't know if it's for me or for Keisha, but basically saying that I was a racist and it's involving, I think it was in, I'd say the original post I believe is involving Jawala's wig
Wait.
sitch.
Mhm.
Which seemed to be a little more brushed out this episode, seemed to be a little
It was a
smoother.
different wig.
Oh, I thought it
So
was the
it's a
same one.
different wig. No, so it's one wig for the interview and then another wig when she's sitting at the table by herself.
Shoot, that was the same wig. Okay.
Mm-mm.
And I took pictures, but it's on my other computer.
Oh,
And anyway, I believe that's what that comment was about. Now I got a TikTok message. Now I have to assume it's the same person, but maybe there's two people that think I'm horrible. And you know what I should do is focus on the people that write nice things. But because I'm a human, I only focus on the people that have said mean
It's that
things.
sting. It's that sting. It's like, what?
This person on TikTok wants me to know. Now, I would like everybody to know, if you're not watching on YouTube, Keisha is a Black woman.
Oh, the shock. What? What? All this time?
Yes, it's true.
Yes, it's true.
And she
Covered in
knows
chocolate. Covered in chocolate.
she knows about wigs and hair extensions and braids and things, and I don't. And so
Just to the best of my knowledge,
that's why I ask you, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll remember the time we had the conversation where I said, well, people wear the bonnet to protect their hair do. And you were like,
Mm-hmm.
are you stupid? It is to protect your hair. I was like, well, I didn't know that. But now I
Yes.
know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now
Yes.
I'm like, do I need a bonnet? Okay. So
everyone should sleep with the bonnet on. It helps with hair breakage.
Yeah, Anna
And a
has
silk pillow.
Anna, I have a silk pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Anna has one because, you know, her hair is so like curly and thick.
Yes.
And
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think she ever uses it. Lord knows she probably has
She
no idea
should.
where it is in that room. Okay. Okay. So this person said, FYI, braids strengthen Black hair and help the hair to grow. This is why you see many Black babies with braids and why we keep our hair braided. Let's see. I'm glad there is a Crown Act to keep white people from dictating and discriminating Black people from wearing our natural hair instead of appeasing white people. I don't understand.
Appeasing or
Appeasing?
appeasing? I
Appeasing.
think appeasing. Mm-hmm.
You come across as mocking and racist. You make a living making fun of people who don't summer in the Hamptons. All
Oh
you need is
God.
blackface. By the way, I've never been to the Hamptons. Somebody wants to invite me, I'd love to go. Um, I don't know. Let's see, do I know? No, I don't know anybody that summers in the Hamptons. I think I know a
I
couple of people who
do.
have I don't. I don't have fancy friends like that. I know people that have been to the Hamptons, but I don't know anybody
Yeah.
who summers in the Hamptons. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
if I've given off the impression that I've got Hamptons money, I'm sorry. Because
I don't.
uh,
You know, we quite often get told how our lifestyles seem to be of the rich.
listen, we're
It's not.
we're aspirational is what we are.
Yeah, and we've got two guys that have pretty good careers.
Mhm.
But there's several times like I can't get that right now. You know what I mean? Like, nope, that's gonna have to wait.
By the way, you and I also have good careers, so let's don't.
And and sometimes my check comes in super helpful. Like that came in right on time. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I mean, yes, there's things that we like to do. You know, you've got your stuff you like. I've got my stuff I like. I don't think that if you ever once crossed the line, and I thought, okay, you know what, she shouldn't say that.
Yes.
Off air, we would talk about that.
Yes. Yes, Keisha
You
would
know what I
tell
mean?
me. And
I would
sometimes
most
I
definitely tell
say
her.
"Ugh, I kinda don't wanna touch that," and Keisha will go,
She
"Do you remember?"
does.
Keisha will go, "Do you remember that I'm Black? We can talk about it."
Yeah.
Um,
This is
anyway,
someone who's uber sensitive. Like, it sounds like what she's saying is, I don't know when you ever, well, it had to be about Amber.
I feel like it could be about, Keith, because we always talk about his braids, like, pulling his hair down.
That's not protecting his hair.
No, that
That
to
is
me, that
totally thinning his hair out.
it seems like it's so because we could see those little squares where it's braided in, and you think,
Mm-hmm.
"That can't be good." So,
Yeah.
listen, Amber had crazy hair.
And it
Amber
wasn't
from
her hair.
Match Me Abroad, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't her hair. Those were extensions. And yes, braids are a protective hairstyle. My daughter wears braids pretty much nonstop, and she's
Yeah,
got the thickest head of hair you've ever seen.
yeah.
However, I tell her it's time for you to take a break and give your hair a break from all that pulling
Mhm.
because you need a trim and you need to just let your hair breathe. I don't know what the fuck this person's really talking about. Like someone clearly pissed in their Cheerios.
Well, I didn't, like, accept the message or whatever, I just read it, and then I wanted to read it to you on air, and so you could tell me Well, I immediately thought the braids. I thought, well, that's because we're gonna talk about Keith's hair. Keith has pulled his hair way back.
Yeah, it's now Damodrick's, his dreads, his twists, his little braids or whatever, totally fine. He's got a thick head of hair. Keith, however, does not.
No.
When he takes that shit out, his hair's gonna be bad.
I would love to see what Keith's hair looks like without those dreads,
Me
like
too.
just like regular hair. I bet
Me
he'd look
too.
pretty. I bet he'd look kind of cute.
I think he looked handsome. Yeah, I think so too.
Well, listen.
Girl.
Anyway,
Girl.
okay. So that's that. That's racist corner for a Monday.
Get the week started off right.
All right, so let's get that out of the way. Anyway, if you want to hear
boy.
if you want to hear us being reverse racist towards some white people, listen to our Welcome to Plathville recap.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're gonna be I'm gonna be definitely hating on my own people. The
And I'm
blonde
gonna
white
need
people.
some shades from all that whiteness and blonde hair. And it's blonde.
So anyway, I've covered all the episodes. I covered some with Aaron. I covered some with Amy, but we've covered it all. But we're going to do a rewatch because now that we know what we know in the future, it's fun sometimes to go back. So that's what we're going to do. Now, again, that will be after Love is Blind. Love is Blind goes through, I think, the first week of November. And so it'll be good to put the Plathville on there because then I'm going to be going to LA and Las Vegas and I'm going to be busy for a week. So we'll have some new content out there for you guys. Okay, here we go. Life After Lockup. I don't know. Season 6B, season 6, season 7. We're not sure. It's episode 10 of this ilk. Okay. And we're going to start with Brooke and JK. Now, all of a sudden, at the end, Brooke is all of a sudden now she's at Betty Crocker. She's the mother of the year. At the end of this joint with them.
I mean, any child is happy if you take them out for ice cream. You can slap the shit out of a kid and say, "Hey, let's go get ice cream," and they're back happy again. Okay,
it's wild, the edit that she's giving herself at the end. But you know what? She's still talking to prisoners.
Yes,
she's still fucking her kids up, and
they're two good-looking boys, and they seem like they've got so much sense. Like
they're cute.
It clearly missed her and went off to her children, but you could tell she says too much in front of those boys. They know too much.
They know too much. Braden and Brandon and Broly and whatever. Okay. All right. Now, JK is 14 weeks out of prison. Now, you do know, like, does anybody remember 2 episodes ago he had brand new teeth, and now here we are and he got no teeth?
Well, he took them out.
No. They shot this out of order, and they gave us the new teeth stuff.
You think so?
And then they just like slide it into the middle. No, they should have.
I thought they were dentures.
They are, but they should just be like at the end of this when they're saying Brooke has moved, blah, blah, blah. And they should be JK got new teeth and have him smile. That'd be a nice, you know what I mean? That would be nice to see it at the end.
He was hoping no one really noticed. Like maybe they think I had teeth all along. I've tricked him up a little bit.
And when they showed him like a flashback to when he first got out to now, I was like, oh boy, did he get himself looking like shit in 14 weeks time.
He went balls deep. I think he just started doing everything, and he gave himself 14 weeks to fuck all the hoes, do all the drugs, drink all the drinks, and then he got himself together.
Maybe.
That's what I'm hoping.
Whoa,
that's what I'm hoping.
Boy, he looks bad. Okay. So, and a lot of times we see these people go in like super skinny, gaunt, but he went the other way. He said, I'm in the chip capital of Marlin, Texas, here in this house. They have all the chips.
And all the barbecue meatloaf and all the Popeye's chicken. And a Dairy Queen food, those steak fingers, because every small town has a Dairy Queen.
I do love it.
That's how you know you're in a small town.
Ooh,
What did you say? I
love Dairy Queen.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you didn't know what Dairy Queen was.
No. I love it. I love that.
Okay.
Soft serve ice cream. Okay. All right. 14 weeks out of prison. So he's saying, I had to go talk to Alex. She's like, why? And the cops show up because the neighbors have called to say these people are, by the way, they continue to stand on the front yard and yell at each other.
And I was like, okay, why didn't First of all, that should have scared them enough where they like, I don't know, got in the car and rode around and argued, or
Take it
she
down a
left.
notch. Mm-hmm.
They took it up a notch.
No.
Very
Mm-mm.
confusing.
I was like, we're filming a TV show.
Yes.
Okay.
That's probably how they got away with like the cop leaving.
Yeah, I think
For
so.
filming a TV show.
So, and the talking head JK is like, I'm on probation for 8 years. Like, I don't want to risk my freedom, for yelling in the front yard with this dum-dum. So she asked, why were you over at Alex's? And he says, I don't know, supposedly she's pregnant. And she's like, so it could be your baby. And he just kind of nods. And she goes, so obviously you're cheating on me. So when did you last fuck her? And he goes, I don't know. Like when I first got out and you were on that bullshit. And then she says in her talking head, the relationship has gotten too much for me. He has me out here acting like a whole ass fool. I was like, you've been acting like a whole ass fool.
All of a sudden now you're acting a whole, because since day one, when you talked about having a baby with this toothless man in prison, you were acting a fool already. Yeah. You just have taken it up several levels. And why does it always look like she has on the same outfit?
Because she just wears a t-shirt and jean shorts everywhere she goes.
That's her rolling around looking for her man outfit right there. She's got to be comfortable. Yeah,
that's why we're so shocked when we see her like with jeans and a shirt tucked in or a dress. We're like, whoa. She says, so then that miscarriage was yours. And he goes, yeah, I don't know. And she goes, well, so that's what she did. She cheated on you and now you're out here cheating. And he goes, you ain't cheated, which is a deflection.
I hate when guys do that.
So you're a cheater too. No. And she goes, no. And she goes, so, okay, we're getting married. We're having babies and I'm going to help you raise these kids and I'm going to be a daddy and you're going to be out here doing the family thing with me. And he says, why would I want to be with you when you act like this?
I mean, he had a point with that.
But her point is, you're the reason I act like this.
But at any point, she could have stopped dealing with him.
Totally. And I would have.
Well, here's the thing. Once we had to have sex in Marla's hospice care room.
Yeah.
I would have been done. That would have been too much for me right there. Like, okay, I can't. I'm better than this.
She goes, are you kidding me? You don't answer the phone and you've been fucking your ex. And he goes, well, you're the reason I've been fucking her the whole time. And she goes, fuck you, dude, for real. Like, fuck you. So he calls her a stupid ass bitch and walks in the house and she goes to her car crying. Now, at some point,
you forgot to slap.
At some point, she slapped him.
She slapped the dog piss out of him. I was like, God, thank God he didn't have his dentures in because she would have slapped him out.
It would have been like when Lizzie slapped Scott and he lost his
and a tooth came out.
But
classic
listen,
and Lalu history.
Yes, classic moment.
Yes.
But R.I.P. Scott. But she slapped him and he definitely wasn't expecting that. I mean, that was a real hit.
Oh God, yes it was. I felt that shit. I grabbed my face.
And she's tiny. She had to reach up. She had to reach up to get him.
Yeah.
So she goes to her car crying and he walks in and he goes, Mama, she slapped me. Mama, she slapped me.
Did he expect Kathy to get up from her card game and go out there and beat her up? What was the purpose? She knows why he got slapped.
Kathy's like sitting there with her cards like, now come on now.
Yeah.
And Mom goes, she's going to send you back to the pen. You better break it off. You can't have that toxicity in your life. You need to focus on you. That's the end of it. He's like, I know, Mama. I know, Mama. And she says, it'll take time until you meet the right one. I was like, well, I mean, like last week you were really on Brooke's side. Now you're just throwing her under the bus. But she knows her son is the problem.
He is. You know what? And someone looked up Alex. And she has like 4 kids already.
Yeah, because people are like, I wonder if she's got kids. I go, did you see that swing set in her garage? It's like enough for.
It's supposed to be 4, and then this baby will make 5.
Oh, Alex,
that's a lot of kids.
That makes me sad. Man. So, so the talking head, he goes, I love Brooke, but she put her hands on me and she disrespected my mama's house, and I'm good on that. I don't regret what I did or wish I could take it back. I don't regret nothing in my life.
Well, I feel like whatever made you lose your teeth is something you should have regretted.
Right.
Or I don't know, whatever you did to Lynn in prison, that should be something you regretted.
Right.
But that's just me. That's
That's
just
just
me.
me. That's just us.
Yeah, that's just us.
Now we see Brooke taking her boys for ice cream because she's mother of the year now. And
Mhm.
in the talking head, she goes, "It sucks. I have to tell the boys that JK and I broke up. It's just another guy that came in their lives and left." Whose fault is that?
When?
Whose
Well,
fault is that?
we only saw him around the kids one time.
When, though? When did we even see him around the kids? Did
It
we
was
see
like at the
them?
very beginning. Yeah, they went over to his house.
And the kids were there?
Mhm.
I don't recall him ever seeing those kids, but then again, like, I've got a lot of knowledge in my
Mhm.
head that's
Yeah.
worthless. Um, so she says, she tells them, she's sitting at ice cream and she tells them, and they're like, "Well, that's fine because you were too good for him." And Brantley, she goes, "Why do you think that?" Brantley, age 9, says, "'Cause he's a drug addict and you're not."
Now, how
Uh,
would he know that?
he's a 9. But you gotta
Yeah,
imagine he's with mom a lot, and mom has to talk about the brother being a drug addict, and
that's
that's
true.
really sad.
Yeah.
And so they're
He's
like,
heard this in conversation about JK.
"Mhm," and his uncle. Um, and she goes, "Okay, well, I guess that's right." And, they're like, "Mom, we don't care. We're fine. We didn't like him anyway." And,
Right.
Brody, who's 13, says, "No, we don't miss him. He wasn't good to my mom." And Brantley, a little sweet little 9-year-old, goes, "I just want a dad who do stuff with me, like he promised things and then he didn't do them, and he's a complete liar."
Well, maybe your mom should try to foster the relationship between you and your real dad. Let's start there.
But maybe he's a complete piece of shit too. I don't know. Maybe mom should just move to Galveston and date a guy with like a regular job that like manages that ice cream shop. Well, how about that? A guy with a regular
N-
job.
No one decides to pack up from wherever they live and
Mhm.
move to fucking Galveston.
Isn't it's like a
No
beach
one
town.
does.
It's like a beach town, right?
Yeah, sure.
People go
Yeah.
on vacation. You could take a cruise out of Galveston. It's got an
You
ocean.
can do that,
Uh-huh.
but you only go for a beach vacation to Galveston because you absolutely cannot fucking afford to go anywhere else
Okay. All right.
next to the beach.
Okay. Listen. Listen, that might be the only vacation you can afford, and you take your kids to the beach. We're not
And
poo-pooing
look,
that.
here's the thing. I was in Galveston all day yesterday.
I mean,
It
we
wasn't
went
it wasn't for the beach.
we grew up going to Biloxi, Mississippi, which is the beach in Mississippi
Uh-huh.
on the ocean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the kind of thing too. Like if you could afford to go nowhere else, you're going to the beach in Biloxi for vacation. But
Yeah.
that's what my parents could afford. And usually it was like a work trip with my dad. So I get it. You're saying I'm wondering, is there a prison near Galveston where there's a guy?
There's a jail near Galveston. I'm thinking, why don't you just fucking move to Huntsville where there is a prison? There ain't shit out there, but it doesn't look like there's shit in Aquila, Texas either.
Right.
Did
Right.
I tell you the one time on my birthday, James had me go to Huntsville and do a prison interview?
What
Mhm.
interview? What do you mean? A prison interview
I interviewed a prisoner.
for the Libra Lounge with Keisha?
Yeah.
Is that an episode we can find?
Yeah, and it's one that gets often replayed because they're still trying to get the guy out of prison. So
Uh-huh.
use the footage from that interview on my fucking birthday. He did that.
By the way, guys, our birthdays are coming up October 21st. We're running a contest. People
Yes.
can win all sorts of prizes. Go check out both
Yes.
of our Instagrams too.
Yes.
Because Keisha and I have the same birthday and we're doing a giveaway. It was Keisha's idea. Um, and then as Ingrid is trying to execute it, I kept saying, "What about this? What about this?" And she writes back, "This was not my idea."
I saw no, someone made a funny comment. They said, tell part of the thing is you have to wish us a happy birthday. Someone goes,
Yeah.
wishing you guys a happy birthday is the most Libra shit I've ever seen. Like you have to wish us happy birthday in order to be entered into
Yeah.
to win. So
Yeah.
yeah, that
We
is
need
some
you to
Libra shit right there.
you needed
Yeah.
to post about our birthday.
Acknowledge us.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Celebration.
Us
Yes.
and Kim Kardashian,
Amber Rose,
Amber Rose, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
Mhm.
There's another one that's it's
There's
gonna come
another
to me
one.
after the show, and I'm gonna text you and say, I forgot this person. Yeah.
Okay, so sweet Brody, who's 13, who's just about the age where he doesn't wanna be on TV. Okay?
Or around his mom.
Uh-huh. Because Brantley is still 9 and still into
Yes.
talking to the cameras. You could tell Brody's
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Brody says to his mom, he goes, "You'll find another one."
The poor thing, I'm sure he was like, damn, I didn't mean another fucking prisoner, Mom. But I mean, but that's what she did.
She goes, "Another dad for all three of us." And she laughs. Okay. Now we see JK fishing, and he says, "Well, I really miss the boys, and I just reached out to take." We don't believe you. So shut
At
your
all.
non-tooth hole.
Pie
Shut up.
hole. Yes.
And he goes, "Yeah, I messed up. Ain't nobody perfect. I was really trying to be a good man, but I felt I did 6.5 years. And then I get out. I feel like I'm in another jail. But, Alex is on some bullshit saying the baby is mine. And then she says it's not. And, that Alex, she got a bunch of kids. She got a lot of baggage. But if that kid is mine, I'll take care of it." He says, "But now I'm single and I'm on my best shit. And, my most toxic trait is my wandering eye, but I'll be a one-woman man when I find that one that's worth it. But right now, I'm fitting to do me and we're fitting to have fun." Okay, you
Well,
fitting to
I'm glad you fit. Make sure it's fitting on, not fitting all.
fentanyl. Now, I told you that a listener said that this tattoo above his eye says fentanyl. And this week I was pausing so hard every time they got close to his gross face, trying to
Yeah.
see if that was true. And you really can't tell what it
You
said.
can't tell.
From episode 1, we couldn't tell what it said. We were like, does it say forever? Does it say faithful?
It's not. It don't say faithful. Because he's most definitely not that. So
Can somebody let us know if they've ever
yes,
actually
please.
gotten proof of what it says? We'd love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Next scene, Brooke is driving to Galveston with the kids, and
That is so funny to me.
she says, "We are going to Galveston to start over." And she says, "It's important in my next relationship. I don't want to find somebody with a drug habit, an alcohol problem. I don't want somebody that can't keep their word." So we get a prepaid call from an inmate who says, "I can't wait to kiss you." And she's on the phone, on speaker with her kids in the car. And this is why Brody
We
wanted
hate
to
her.
be in the back seat. This is why we hate her.
Yeah, like as if Galveston didn't smell bad enough. Now Brooks down there. That's why when we went down there, little Molly got a check. Oh man, it stinks. I was like, that's Brooke in the air.
Why were y'all in Galveston now? I need to know.
So there was a metaphysical and healing fair that we went to. So it was me, Jays, Mala, Skylar, her boyfriend Austin. He met a friend, one of my friends, my ex-boyfriend, met him up there, hung out, had a good time. Then we walked the pier, then we went and ate at a restaurant, then we went to this big place where they sell like candy, ice cream, floats, all kinds of shit. So that was our day in Galveston. And we brought our asses back home.
Is the guy that you're talking about the guy that was from Love is Blind UK that was the body whatever, body
Yes.
mechanic,
Mhm.
that guy? What is that? What I can't remember what
Yeah.
it's called now.
Yeah, he's into that stuff. Not to the level that Patrick was, because even he said Patrick was doing way too much.
Human
Design.
design. Okay. Well, that sounds a metaphysical conference with a human design coach sounds like my worst fucking nightmare. That sounds horrible.
Oh, I mean, they had jewelry. They had like you get your auras read, tarot card readings. Jay's bought more shit than I did. I got one thing. He had bags, and this was Mr. Oh God, it's so dumb.
Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe he's trying to heal from within.
No, he loves rocks, and they had lots of rocks. His favorite kind of rocks. He just bought nothing but fucking rocks. I was like, oh,
Okay. All right.
that's stupid, but whatever. Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Quiana, Damodrick, Jawalia. I feel like nothing was resolved.
Well, kinda.
I don't know. Well, let's
At
get
the
to
end.
yeah, I mean, all right. So Juela texts Damodrick and says, "If you want this to be over with, have her meet me at this address." Now, the whole episode we think is them driving to meet her at this diner, which was typical Matt Sharp. Oh, he got us again. Matt Sharp got us again.
I didn't fall for that though. I was like, there's no way Quiana's going to meet this girl. Why would she? That makes zero sense at all. Because the fact that Juela's like, in order for me to do this, we got to talk. No, that's her trying to play in her face. Like, what do we need to talk about in person that we can't talk about on the phone? Why face to face?
I would have taken Damodrick and gone and been like, "Okay, you're saying you guys are banging. I'd like to see some proof. And if you have
She
it,
already knows it's true. She knows.
I think you're right.
She already knows.
Okay. So we see Jawalia in her Uber, and she says, which, God, Keisha, do I have the wig? Did I take a picture with my phone, or what did I do? Because I really was.
Mary Payne, don't find
No.
it. You already in no trouble about black hair care.
Okay. All right. All right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Then they'll say, you put a wig off of it, really making fun of it. So we don't know.
I
It's
thought
okay.
this wig looked better. It was more like she
It's
had
a different
brushed it.
wig.
All right. Well, I don't know.
So
I thought same wig.
the wig she has on in the interview, it's blonde, but it's a lot shorter and a lot thinner.
Okay. All right.
So she's worked up to a better wig in quotation.
Or she's trying to be a wig designer and she's testing on herself.
She needs to stick with the makeup, not the wig design.
Oh, but you've seen she has those heads all in her place where she's got the hair and stuff. I think she is trying to be a wig designer.
I just thought she was doing cosmetology, and you got to kind of cover all of it.
Okay, well maybe you have to cover all of it. The girl, Anna, or sorry, yes, that does the nail girl at my place for years. Love her. She went kind of like on the weekends or whatever to cosmetology school. Because she's like, I just want to like, be able to do other things. And so now at the same place where I go, she does, eyelashes and facials and all that. She's got her esthetician's license or whatever.
Good.
So I love her so much. She said, I said, did you have to wax people's hoo-has? And she goes, yeah. She goes, we have to do it on each other. And you have to find a buddy that says like, you can do my brows or she goes, and some people were there for longer because they were there for nails and stuff, but she already has that. And she's like, so good. You can't even get an appointment with her. And, she goes, so I already had that section. So my course level was shorter. And so I didn't have like some of them had longer term friends there than she had, basically, is the point. And she goes, so I'm friends with this one girl and we're like, today's the day. Let's do it.
Oh, wow.
You had to like
I didn't know they had to do each other. I thought like you put a thing on Facebook saying, hey, I need a model to practice waxing on.
No, she said they had to practice, they practice on each other. And then they practice on each other. And then they will have like people come to the school to be like, hey, I'd like to get an eyebrow wax for $5 or, whatever, something to let somebody practice on them. But yeah. And I was like, oh my God, you had to like get up in your friend's business. And she was like, yeah. She goes, but then after it, you're just trying so hard to do a good job and that you just kind of don't think about it. I was like, interesting.
Because I think that's all I would think about.
And be like, okay.
Even though it's concentrating. Yeah. There's this TikTok where it is women who do waxes down there. And they talk about the horror stories and the things to do and not do before you come.
Okay. Well, I've never gotten a bikini wax and I will never get one.
Me neither.
Me neither. Sorry. Just if you need something, just like shave it up. Okay. So, or you could be like Casey on Love is Blind and just tell the man, I have a landing strip, but I'm willing to get it bald if that's what you like.
So I just did a TikTok about that. I did the video. I just haven't posted it yet. I'm going to post it tomorrow. And it is about this.
About Casey talking about her.
It is about the talking about, and I added, how sometimes men will request it look a certain way. So yeah, I'll post that tomorrow.
Okay, good. Everybody be following Keisha on TikTok. Okay. So, she says, Jawalia says in the Uber, she says, I want to meet with Quiana because if my kids are going to be around her, we need to come to a clear understanding of everything instead of being mad at each other over a man. She's going to always have a problem with me being around. That's because she can't trust her man. And at some point, she'll have to realize that him is the problem, not me. Well, I agree with that because
I agree with that.
Quiana's not in a relationship with Jawalia. She's in a relationship with Damodrick.
Yeah.
Damodrick is, who cares what Jawalia does?
It's the whole classic, I'm mad at the woman, but not mad at my man. Yeah. Well, it's your man dicking her down. Like, it's not, she shouldn't be doing it because she knows the man is in a relationship, but the man shouldn't even, put it out there.
Yeah. No. And he's leading her on too. Yeah.
Yeah. She's a side chick.
So Quiana says, I don't think Jawalia wants to have a real conversation. I think she just wants to bark at me. So
I think that's true.
Yeah. Jawalia arrives at this diner. She orders a hurricane. She goes, I'm going to need something strong for this. She orders a hurricane. I was like, whoa.
When she went strong, she went strong. Well, then again, I don't know how Well, no, they're in Texas, so yeah, they know how to make a good hurricane. They know how to make them strong.
So she slurps it down and then she leaves. Okay.
But
So,
here's the thing, no one confirmed that they were coming. They never said, "Yeah, we'll be there by this time," or "We're on the way." They never responded to the message.
well, they made it sound like, oh, we got to drive 4 towns over, you know? It was
Yeah, I
like they're
wasn't on
driving.
that. I'm like, they're going somewhere. I was just looking at every time she sent them a text message, there was never a reply. She sent like 3 messages about going there.
Oh,
Never was there a reply saying, "Okay, we'll be there." Nothing.
I fell
I
for it.
wouldn't have gone.
I fell for it. So, in the talking head, Kiana says, no, so sorry. Juela says, I just put she. That doesn't narrow it down. There's 2 women here. So Juela
Mm.
says, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the charges. And I'm not going to chase him and I'm not going to chase her. For the past
Okay.
10 years, I've been dealing with this. It's too much. He is who he is. I can't change him. I can move on with my life and they can move on with theirs. Okay, that's great.
That's the best thing to do. That
Yeah.
she doesn't sound like a person who has lopsided glasses when she talks like this.
She was completely making sense. Yes.
She made complete sense. Like, okay, talk. You can even understand her words better because sometimes she talks like, "What the fuck did she say?"
Yeah.
You just can't understand. Yes, now she's thinking like a woman,
Now
a
she's like,
grown
okay,
woman.
yeah, this is yeah. So, we see Quiana and Damodrick in the car, and she was like, "Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not going to get involved with this. I don't
Mhm.
want to talk to her." And the producer asked Quiana, "What do you see in the future with Damodrick?" And she pauses and she says, "I see happiness and success. Showing people it's hard, but the black love is there, and you got to push
Mhm.
through."
I always want to do hashtag Black Love, but then James messes it up for me.
No, James is white.
Exactly. So I can't do hashtag Black Love. I'm like, I just want to put hashtag Black Love, but no, here comes James. Just kidding.
Can you do hashtag Ebony and Ivory?
I think I've done that before,
Okay.
and usually I'll do like hashtag interracial love.
Interracial love. Okay.
Yeah.
So the doorbell rings and it's Joella going to Kiana's house.
Mm,
And
mm,
Kiana
mm,
kind of
mm.
goes out and goes, I'm not going to talk to you on camera. And Kiana goes right out the door, just slams that door right in that
Yeah, she
producer's
does.
face, which is interesting the way she
But they
reacts.
both agreed they didn't want to have it on camera. Joella said it too.
Yeah, the black screen of death says Kiana and Joella did not want to continue shooting.
Yeah.
Production turned off cameras
I
to give
wonder
them
why.
space,
Like to give them space to fight.
but they didn't turn off the microphones. So Joella is saying, this is childish and petty. And Kiana's like, yeah, this is insane to me. Joella is saying, you created the drama, so you have to fix it. Kiana says, leave me the fuck alone and don't talk to me. And Joella laughs, goes, you want to go so hard. Like, are you for real? And Kiana says, get the fuck out of my face, move. And Joella
Hmm.
says, and fuck you too, and gets in a car and leaves.
Yeah, her showing up at her house was some crazy business right there. Like, why
It's
would you do that?
and they got to know their production's there because Joella's got a production team, and yeah,
Yeah, that was ooh man. Good thing it was Quiana because that could have gone left
and the kids could
real
be
quick.
there, and so yeah. So 30 minutes later, she gets in the car, and Kiana says she's insane, and talking to her is like making a deal with the devil. She had him once, but I have him forever, and I'm not letting him go. Okay, again, not such a prize. Okay,
He's. I mean, if he were not cheating,
he is
okay,
cute.
he is cute. He's funny. He's charming. He does have a job, but he's got way too many kids. I mean, he has 6 kids. That's 5 too many for me.
And we've only seen the 3.
Yeah, the other baby's mom was like, we don't want no parts of this. I'm
Mm-mm.
sure they've had to deal with Joella. Yeah,
Yes.
they no. Maybe these are 2 very mature women.
Um, so the talking head Demadra goes, I can't fix it. It's gotten personal between the 2 of them, and they're gonna have to work it out. Like, yeah, okay, well, you did cause it. Okay.
You did.
Talking head Joella says, I don't care what he does with Kiana. He could stay with her for a lifetime. I don't care, but he's always gonna want to fuck. He texted me this morning, and then she shows it. Okay. Now I was like, thank God they didn't make me like screenshot my TV
Yeah.
because they showed it. Demadrick, Mama, you up?
Mm-mm.
Joella, why are you texting me when you're supposed to be with your girlfriend? Demadrick, I can't see how you're doing. Joella, no, not when you're supposed to be faithful, right? Demadrick, So what? Do you want me to stop fucking with you? Joella, yes. I'm not your side bitch. Damodrick, for real? Talking Head says, Joella says, it's not for me to fix, but hopefully one day she'll see he don't love you now and he will never love you, but he's your problem now. So do
And I
you?
think he does love her. I just think he's just a dog.
I think he's a dog. And I think, again, he didn't go on the Keisha plan. He came out of prison, tried to boo up right away. He needs to, I can't believe I just said boo up. Somebody slap me.
It was right. That was
But he
yeah.
did. He did
He got booed up as soon as he got out with 2 women.
with 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Quiana definitely knows he's
He's
still
a
banging
dog.
her. And maybe she's just like, as long as he just bangs that one girl and she's gross, I don't care because I'm cuter.
She's
Like maybe that,
accepted it.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
I,
Okay.
I don't know, but it's something about Joella, and I don't think that he likes her, but he most definitely likes having sex with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Will and Courtney.
I can't
So
believe I thought we were done with them. I was shooketh when I saw them on the screen again.
they're really dragging this out.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. There was no reason for them to come back.
So she's been out of prison this time, 2 weeks. So
Mm-hmm.
he gets up to smoke, and this is when she's laughing and saying she just met that guy last night that drove up, and yeah, she was just trying to make him jealous. And he's like, what's bad is that we recently banged.
Right.
Okay, I just got scared, but it's a cat behind you. I was
That's
concerned that
Liam.
somebody was
That was
breaking in. Okay.
that was Liam. I would keep on rolling if someone broke in.
Okay.
Like I got a show to get out.
So the producer says, so let's talk about what happened after Courtney ripped up the divorce papers and the cameras left. This was when they thought
Mm-hmm.
they were having their notebook moment in front of
Yeah.
the house and they're crying in the rain, everything.
A ghetto notebook moment.
She says, or one of them says, later on, he came back.
Mm-hmm.
They got intimate and he got
Mm-hmm.
kicked out of the house. And
What was the cause for that?
she says, he disrespected my whole household. He goes, no, 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 no. Let's tell it how it happened. He goes, I got into an argument with some housemate and I was disrespected and she never had my back.
I'm just trying to think, what could they have gotten into an argument about? Hey, that's my apple juice you're drinking. Don't fucking drink my apple juice. You're a guest in this. Like
I don't
what?
know if like he came and they were having a drink in the kitchen and somebody
Mm-hmm.
came in and was like, aren't you this guy? You guys were just screaming in front of the house. Like, why are you
That's
here?
true too. Yeah.
So she
But shouldn't they
said,
have been screaming at Courtney? Like, why do
I
you
don't,
have this person here? It's weird.
she goes, yeah, we made love that night. And it's that toxic shit that I keep going back to. It sucks. And he goes, we slept together and she was loving and saying all the right things. And then she showed up with this dude. And it makes me feel like an ATM,
Well,
which
did you
means
pay her after y'all had
well, I was
sex?
probably he gave her some money.
Uh-huh.
And she goes, an ATM, get a load of this guy. And she goes, when you went on a prison pen pal site, were you expecting like a super healthy relationship? And he goes, yeah, I was super naive. And she just does that weird, crazy laugh. And
I'm
then
so sick of that laugh.
he does just exactly what JK did, which is, you've never cheated, haven't you cheated? Um,
Mm-hmm. Well, in
it,
this case, I would have asked the same question too,
well,
because look who we're talking about.
and then she says, you really think I've cheated? And I was like, isn't that what we've been talking about for like 4 episodes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I never slept with Mark. And yeah, once you broke up with me, I did sleep with somebody else because I was mad and I was just like doing something with my anger. And he goes, how
That's
many
cheating.
people? How many people? And she goes, I don't know, maybe 1. And he goes, well, I'd like to know because we just slept together with no protection. And she goes,
Ooh.
it was just one other person, Will.
Well, it went from maybe 1 to 1.
To 1, maybe 1 or 2. And then she goes, you were just so quick to give up on me. And he goes, no, no, no. You're only hitting me up when it's convenient. And she goes, have you ever stopped to think that if I didn't write you back right away, I was busy?
Doing what?
And he
Giving
goes,
Mark hand jobs?
for $60.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, I'm busy too. I'm taking care of a dying parent. I'm building an app. I'm working full time. And I still manage to reply every time you text me. But because when
Yes.
you care about somebody, you make the time. Then I
It's
realized you
true.
were not willing to make the time or the effort. So I gave up. She goes,
Okay.
oh, so now you're admitting that you stopped putting in effort. So this is she's
She's spinning it.
she thinks she's a manipulator, but she's just not.
She's too stupid to be a manipulator, at least to the level that she thinks she's doing it.
We've seen some women on this show that are really good at it.
Oh, they're masterminds. Like they could teach a course in it.
We've seen
I need to
some
take a picture of this so I can send it to Ingrid, because she says, always send me a picture whenever it's cats watching Pink Shade. Well, there is a cat. Smile, Mary Payne. Watching, like he is into what we're talking about right now. Like he's still awake.
Okay, here, I'll do a screenshot. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do a screenshot.
You go shift command 3. Okay, you ready? Smile.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay, now I got a screenshot.
Okay.
So now I got to edit it, because if you don't edit it right away, then you can't edit it later. Oh my God. So this is just like great for podcasting. Okay. I cropped it. Okay, we're good. Okay.
Sorry, Ingrid.
All right. Sorry, panic. Okay. So she says, you admit you stopped putting in effort. He goes, yeah. And she goes, you know that there are guys who are all these men and women of the world that are dying to be with her, that she keeps talking about.
I mean, because we've only seen 2, and like there's this mysterious guy who dropped her off. I mean, she is an insane. She is like Harley Quinn when they don't let Margot Robbie play Harley Quinn.
Okay.
There's this movie where it's an older lady, and like her makeup and hair are like Harley Quinn, and I cannot remember what the fucking movie is. She got red lipstick on, but she didn't know how to put. What movie is that? It's an old 80s movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it Crybaby? It's not Crybaby. Oh, that's gonna frost my cookies all day long until I figure it out.
All right, somebody will tell you.
Oh, no, yes.
Okay, so she's like, there are guys that are willing to put in 10 times the effort to be with me, and he goes, yeah, for 2 weeks of fun, and then they would drop you. He says
they don't. Dumb.
And he goes, they don't want out of you what I want out of you, which is, a relationship. So then she talks about like, listen, here's the thing. When you start, anyway, I don't know what she's on, but she's saying
it's something.
Basically, when you meet somebody, you don't show them all the flaws. You show them over time. And she says, now I see your true colors. And she goes, and I feel like I dodged a bullet. And he goes, yeah, you telling me? Yeah.
She really thinks so highly of herself.
She really does. And so,
you know how people think we think so highly of ourselves? No, this bitch really thinks highly of herself.
If anybody thinks that I think highly of myself, they are really wrong, because I am in a shame spiral about 24/7.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm constantly like, did I just do that?
Did I say that? Oh my God, everybody hates me.
What the hell is wrong with me?
So she walks off and laughs and is like, oh man, I don't even feel bad. So I was talking to Eddie, goes, I'm headed home. I'm going to throw myself a divorce party. And she fucked me over and hurt me in ways I did not even know were possible. That's right. He needs to go and like take care of his parents. And he's a catch.
Get over that first. Yeah. But it would have been nice if he had like a supportive partner to help him get through this.
Maybe he should go to a support group and he'll meet somebody there. Okay.
I think he should just get a plant.
His apartment could use some help.
Just a plant. Yeah.
2 weeks later, we see her working in the car shop. She's taking a towel.
She looks good.
She looks good.
Yeah.
And she says, yep, I'm staying sober. I'm working my program. Things are good. I have a job and everything. And she says, no, working with cars does not make me want to go back to stealing cars,
Good.
And I do hang out with people like Mac. We see a picture of her with Ruthless and Toothless. And it's cool. Nothing serious. And I never thought I'd get out of prison, get married, and get divorced in such a short period of time. And it's taught me what I want in a partner is a male and not a bitch. Mm-hmm. And I'm way better off with Will. Now, without Will, do you think she means I'm more attracted to males, or I want a manly man because she says not a bitch, but Mac is a bitch? Like, what do you mean?
This is literally the 4th or 5th time she has referred to him as a bitch. Mm-hmm. So she just thinks she just thinks he's a bitch. I think she thinks he's soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she doesn't know how to deal with a man who actually expresses himself. So she just sees it as weak and bitchiness.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, good for her. Okay. Zeruiah, and Troy.
Zeruiah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Zeruiah. I'm sorry. It's
okay.
4 seasons of this, and it's just Zeruiah. Okay.
Zeruiah. Yeah.
Zeruiah. I should just remember the re part. Okay. Troy and Mama Karen walk in the house. She's like, "Oh, you big! Look at you! What you cooking?"
That's spot on. I'm proud of you.
So I guess
That sounded just like her.
yeah, I got more to come. I guess he told her in the car on the way over, like they didn't announce it together. Did they FaceTime her? I didn't understand.
At some point they told her, maybe that's why they told her that she was coming.
Yeah. So she says, "Let me go be nosy out here. Oh, look at this house, Troy." So she goes out. And the talking head together with the 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "They just told me because they want a babysitter." And Zeruiah goes,
Karen.
No,
No.
not what we want from you."
No. We don't even know if we really want you to be around the child at all, but for the camera's sake,
Definitely
sure.
not alone with the baby. No.
No, baby would be high off contact.
Yeah.
He would sleep the whole damn time.
Oh. So, outside, Troy is like talking to his mom, and he says, he's so excited, to have another baby, and God, he wishes his dad could be there to see it. And Karen's like, "Well, he would be proud. He loved you. And you want everybody to think that you lacked for anything and just feel sorry for you." And he goes, "Okay, Mom." He goes, "I have my truth. You have your truth." And she goes, "You lived with your aunt and you told people I didn't love you. That's hurtful." And she goes, "And when you went to prison, I stayed with Yana and took care of your motherfucking daughter."
I believe that too, because that is why baby Troy is so comfortable around Karen and the rest of his family, including when they took that trip to wherever it is that Zeruiah and Troy live. Troy was with Karen. I do believe she helped take care of that baby. I really do.
I do too, but I don't think you need to refer to it as your motherfucking daughter.
I mean, when you're mad, shit just comes out sideways. Start talking at the side of your neck.
And he says, "As you should be doing. That's your granddaughter. Nobody gets a prize for doing what they're supposed to be doing." And he goes, "Look, I just want to move forward, and I just want you to be a part of the grandkids' life." And she goes, "I want you to stop telling people I don't love you." And he goes, "Okay, Mom, there are 2 sides to every story, okay?" Now, meanwhile, the whole time they're fighting, she's wearing a backpack and holding a purse. I was like, "Could you let her put her shit down?"
She never knows how quickly she got to bounce. She's like,
That's right.
Do I need to put the shit down, or am I about to go right over there and get an Uber? She doesn't, because stuff is not off to a good start. That's for damn sure.
So Karen and Troy now sit down with Zeruiah, who has made a snack. I mean, it looks like chips. I'm like, I don't know what she was cooking, but she's wearing a sweatsuit combo that says generational wealth. That I took a lot of screenshots of because I was trying to understand the picture. Did you understand it?
I saw it, so I didn't pay that much attention to it, but someone else pointed it out in a group and like, what the fuck is this? And I know that she thanked like whoever made the sweatshirts or whatever, but no.
She thanks whoever made the sweatshirt?
Yeah, she thanked them on her Facebook.
Okay, I'm gonna put this picture up on the screen here. Okay, I'm gonna put this picture up on the screen for those of us. Image file. Let's get that up. Nope. Okay, let's see. All right, now I don't think you can see that. Okay, hold on. You guys, this is sad. Me trying to show something here. Dang it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that'll show. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, here's the picture. Sorry, it took us a minute to get there. Here's the picture, everybody, if you're watching on YouTube or whatnot. Generational wealth, all money spends at the bottom. Okay, all money spends, but all money is good. Anybody's money is good, is the point of that. Okay, so we've got an old couple, the guy with the cane, and then it's a arrow, but it looks like a C. So there's 3 arrows pointing towards 3 people, man, woman, child. Can somebody explain this to me? I mean,
basically it's from the picture, it looks as though we're going to let the old folks do all the work and get the money so they could pass it on to us. That's what the sweatshirt screams. They could have done this a lot better.
Okay.
But I mean, that's the kind of generational wealth I want. Someone else made all the money and left it to me. And
That's
then
good for
it's
me.
supposed to
Yeah.
be, yeah, that works perfectly for me. But then you're supposed to make enough where this keeps going to generation after generation after generation. So,
But let's talk about how good she looks right here.
she looks great pregnant.
She looks
I mean,
great.
and it's so weird because I never thought about her size. Like, I didn't think, oh, she's too small. But with just a little bit of the added, weight in her face, I mean, she's glowing. Like, her skin is better.
Yeah.
Just
She looks
everything
good.
looks really good. Yeah.
Her hair looks good. She's wearing braids. She looks
And
great.
she didn't act a fool this season.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay. All right. So, Karen starts saying, she literally talks in a circle and contradicts herself 6 times. She says,
Mhm.
Zeruiah, you should have gotten in the middle of me and Troy.
Yeah.
And she goes,
Mhm.
no, you told me to mind my business and not get in the middle. And she goes, you should have minded your own business and told Troy to talk to his mom. And she goes, what? And Zeruiah says, you're not making any sense. And she goes, oh my God, are you serious? You brought me here for this. And she is yelling and clapping. And she is like, you never told me you were pregnant. You trying to make me look stupid. They go in a circle. You should have told
They
me. You
do.
should have told me, get in the middle, don't get in the middle. And Zeruiah says, very calmly, she
Yes.
says, Troy feels a certain way because he says you weren't there and you think he had his dad and a couple of people. And, you think he didn't have to go to jail. And she's like, you don't know anything about what went on with us. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, it's exactly the way that you described it outside. It's the way she just described it right here.
Yeah. Troy feels that his mom just like pawned him off on dad, pawned him off on the aunts, was a raging alcoholic, didn't care about her kids. That's
I
how
mean,
he
and that's
feels.
how any kid that doesn't see a parent often always feels as though that parent doesn't love me.
Of
It's
course.
just, I mean, how else are you supposed to feel? You're a fucking kid.
You're a kid. So, Zeruiah says to Karen, you have explained things to me that happened to you when you were younger. And, you feel like he had a lot of people there for him, like your aunts and your mom, who has a nice house and stuff. So I think Zeruiah is trying to say, Karen, you've got childhood trauma. And you
Yes.
think just because Troy wasn't abused, that he should have been fine,
And some people think that way. And it's really sad because they're like, they don't have it as bad as I had. They don't know how good they have it, even though it ain't that good.
Because my mom's got a nice house and he had a good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, then Karen goes, I'm so glad we could come together. You gotta show me the sonogram. That's a big dick. I gotta tell all my friends. And they're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
They would only let Karen get away with that because it's fucking Karen. She's like, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
And
it's like, Karen, why are you looking for his penis in the first place?
And they're like, I've never seen anybody look for the penis on the sonogram. And she is, I just fuck with you. So the talking head outside, Karen cries and goes, I never trusted that bitch. But now I'm in their home and my son is happy. And I see my son is happy.
And she acknowledges that for the very first time ever.
It doesn't mean in 5 minutes she won't contradict it or forget she said it.
Oh, no, it does not. No. Or talking about whether she had her panties on or not. Like, we've had that conversation before.
So we see a final talking head with them, and Troy brings flowers for his mom and Zeruiah for Mother's Day and is nice. And then she gets up. She's like, I love y'all. I gotta go. She just gets up in the middle.
Where was she going?
Just in the middle of the production. I gotta go. Bye-bye.
Well, I mean, where is she going? I mean, is she going to the break room for a snack? Is she like leaving? Is she going to the restroom? Where are you going, Karen?
She got to go. She's got to go.
Sometimes
it is time.
You gotta go.
You gotta go.
I gotta go.
Justine and Michael.
Ugh.
Justine says goodbye to her mom. Don't drink and drive on the way home, Mom.
No shit.
She walks and talks with Michael. I think she's mad because she didn't get to wear those stupid glasses because it's raining.
Those were fucking so dumb.
So dumb.
And I gotta say, this whole trip to New York, she looked bad. I don't know what was going on. She just looked really bad. She was trying to be so New York,
Mhm.
and it failed epically.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that was a New York look at all, actually.
I think she thought it was.
It's more Jersey. So
Okay. You're right. You're absolutely right. It is way more Jersey.
So the talking head, he goes, I had to call my mom to ask for $1,000 to cover this trip to New York. And, I
Mm,
know if I was in my old life, I'd have that money. I don't miss the stress and negativity, but I do miss the money. And, big time drug dealers don't stop. And I know I could just like make a phone call. Right.
mhm.
So, he tells her, we've been living in Vegas. I haven't done any dirt, but I do remember what I did here in New York. And she goes, but you've been doing so good, and we just enjoy this time together. They go to a souvenir shop. Okay. He says, I got something to tell you. Now, she obviously already knows this because
Right.
they're in a souvenir shop filming and she's very calm. He
And
says,
then don't they share a checking account, a bank account?
right. So
Yeah.
he says, babe, we can't do this wedding. We've got no budget. And she goes, what do you mean? And he goes, there's not even 30 available. It's more like
Mm,
15. He said,
mm.
one of the businesses needs attention. One of the car needs a $31,000 engine. I would
Ooh.
just sell that car because that's the only thing.
Immediately. Yeah.
He goes, I found out a couple of weeks ago. I thought it would be okay. And I've also told Jay we're not doing the barbershop. She's like, well, that's good to know.
Because you can't afford to do it.
Mm-mm. And she goes, we do the same song and dance. It's again, you're doing these things behind my back. And now I feel like a fool. You shouldn't have even let me go and look. Does your
Right.
dad know? And he goes, no,
Mm,
nobody knows. And she goes, yeah, you're just again keeping it all in and trying to fix it before anybody finds out.
right.
And she goes, we're a team. We're supposed to figure things out together. And he goes, but if I had the money, the drug money, the wedding would be no
Excuse me.
problem. And he keeps saying this. And she goes, you know what? I hate that kind of talk. I hate when you like, if I was doing that, I'd have the money. She goes, imagine that you would think that, like you have, imagine all the things you would miss with the kids,
Right.
imagine.
Right.
So then, she says, nothing is stopping us from having the wedding next year. That's the end of their scene. They didn't need to be on this season. Okay.
I don't think they need to be on any more seasons.
I bet they'll keep going. I heard them say when Matt and Jake interviewed them that, like, other couples come to them for advice and they look to them for like the pinnacle of how you should be on this show. And they know now that they're like the cornerstone of the show. And I was like,
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
really?
I ain't never heard anybody say that about them before, but
Well,
okay.
that's what they said. That's what everybody tells them.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
LaTisha and Keith.
I think I have something on her too. Keep talking.
Oh,
Let me
oh,
look. Let
good.
me look.
Something on them. Okay, good. Because this is the last couple here. Um,
Oh, there it is.
okay, tell me what it is before we start.
She has decided to write a book.
Oh, I saw that in that weird AI picture of herself.
Yeah, stiletto wearing felon. It
Okay.
says, y'all been waiting. Here it
Mm,
is.
we've been waiting.
Stiletto wear. Yeah, well, I didn't know. Stiletto wearing felon, the LaTisha Collier story. I've been dragged through hell and came back swinging. Felon, yeah. Mother, always. Wife, still standing. Reality TV star, paralegal, businesswoman. Every title they tried to use against me, I flipped into power.
I didn't know she's a paralegal now. I thought she was a
I,
a tax accountant.
yeah, notice she didn't put that shit on there.
Mm-mm.
She got that. Would they let her be a paralegal?
I don't know. She's
I
got
don't know.
felonies. I mean, you could
That's what I'm
be
saying.
you could do whatever you want, but probably they wouldn't allow you to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, 6 weeks out of the halfway house. And she is saying, they need to say their vows again. And then she says, you just said on the phone, like, you want to fucking marry me? And that's not romantic. And he laughs. He goes, God, I don't remember saying it that
It
way.
doesn't. Hmm.
And she gets crazy mad about nothing. And it's
Because
probably
she's drunk.
because they just took those shots.
Yeah.
Aunt Marcia calls to say, like, I'm arriving, like, where are y'all? And he's talking to her, and LaTisha is in the background screaming, like, let's go. You ruined it. You ruined the celebration. Let's go. And he says, I'm going to ride with Marcia because you're tripping and you're tweaking and you're making a scene. Okay.
And you're in public and I'm on papers.
And she says something that I rewound a couple of times and then I gave up. It's something about blowing him. Probably like, remember, I just blew you in the parking lot or whatever.
And she says she felt like blowing him again.
Okay. during the middle of this fight. Okay.
It's LaTisha. Of course she would go right there around that alleyway and give him a blowjob. I wouldn't put it past her.
And he goes, you have to stop screaming. You have to stop screaming. I'm on papers. And she goes, so am I.
That was funny.
So he jumps in the car with Marcia and is like, get away from her. Okay. So in the talking head, she's like, who in the hell gets married with no vows? And now he doesn't even remember proposing to me. I'm going to go home and rip up those papers because it doesn't mean anything, blah, blah, blah. And she is like walking across the highway. I was like, girl.
Yeah, I think she probably needed some assistance. But she shouldn't have driven home.
She just got right in her car.
Yeah.
No. So he's in the car talking to Marcia. He's like, she's all crazy. And like, I had to get out of there. And like, she's talking about vows and vow renewal. And our anniversary is like in 3 days. We don't have time to plan a whole wedding. And what's she talking about? And Marcia goes, why wouldn't you just do a vow renewal? Like, you could just stand there and like,
men don't know.
It's not the same as a wedding. You could just do it in 2 days. And Marcia goes, have you ever heard happy wife, happy life? Marcia looked good, by the way.
She looked good for Marcia.
She put on a little lip gloss. She looked good. So she's in the car. LaTisha's in the car just bitching about holding him down and why won't he give me that moment and blah, 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 whatever. So the producer says, where's your head at? And he goes, it's a lot to be in a relationship. It's a lot of effort, a lot of energy. And I don't want to go through this with a lot of fighting. And I'm not a person who's just going to be what you want me to be. Like, I won't just say this or that. And if you want that person, you're going to have to find him somewhere else. So he arrives home.
He didn't say that in front of her.
No. She's in the bed in all her clothes, which I hate when people do that. Your clothes are dirty. You've been outside.
Are you one of the... Wait a minute.
You can't get all the way in your sheets and your outside clothes.
A minute.
No, just
this
lay on.
Is the same person who uses the same towel to dry off for a week.
Because you're clean when you get out of the shower.
It touched butt. It touched butt.
Again, we've had this conversation.
You want to be snooty about getting in your bed in your clothes. I'm about to close this whole goddamn laptop on you.
You shouldn't get all the way in your sheets in your outside clothes. If you're going to take a little rest, you can lay on top and just pull a blanket over. You can't in your outside clothes get all the way in your sheets. You got to have on your nighttime clean pajamas to get in your sheets.
I do both. Like, if I'm in my clothes and I'm taking a quick nap because we're going somewhere else, I just get in there and I sleep cute. I do a cute sleep. If I'm chilling, I put on my warm-up pants and a shirt and get in the bed. After I shower and draw off with a fresh new towel, I put on my pajamas and go to bed. You should have never told me about the towel.
But you get in your bed in your fresh nighttime clothes, but you're touching all the sheets where you were in your daytime clothes.
I wasn't rolling around in mud. I was outside in air. But there's a lot of people who think like you. Like,
okay, I know.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So I'm upset. She gets in the bed in her clothes. And he comes in and it says, you caused a scene. You caused a scene. It's uncalled for. You were talking at me, not to me. Yeah. And she says, you don't want to say your vows to me. You just don't listen to me. And he goes, I was confused. I thought it meant we had to have a whole wedding. It was a misunderstanding.
And I believe him. I do. I think most guys would have thought it was like a ceremony. So, yeah.
So he says so romantically, we can turn it around. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm crazy about you. I love the fuck out of you and you my heart. And I don't want no other motherfucking female, no other bitch. Fuck that shit. You the one for me. That's what it is, Tish. If I get married to you all over again, I would. Will you marry me again?
Oh.
And he takes off the ring and put it back on and remind us that ring was $15,000. When she was
look, they need to pawn that bitch because they need the money.
They need the money for rent. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then we get this next scene where and they jump scared because they came back for commercial and there she is with like this thing over her face. I was like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She been kidnapped. He's kidnapped her for this vow renewal at the Rose Gardens. It's their 3rd anniversary. His dad, Doc, is presiding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He says his vows. Of course, Kira over there just bawling, crying.
She is just a sensitive soul.
She's so cute. And she says her vows. And in the talking head, she says, I feel like a newlywed. Like, I'm just happy as hell that he did this. And I just have to thank you for like taking care of my baby, Kira. And then he looks over at
How?
Kira is crying. And Keith is like, Kira, are you okay? What's going on? Maybe he's just not realizing she cries about
She
everything.
cries
He's
a
like,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah. Whether she's happy, sad, like when she finds out who her biological dad is, she just cries. She
she
just
cries.
cries.
She's so
Yeah.
sweet. So now they do a thing with the 3 kids. And do you see how Kira's got her little arm linked into Maury? She's like, oh, my big brother. It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
cute.
Wait, and you know what's weird? Her biological dad like made a post.
Kira's?
Yeah, he ripped LaTisha. Oh my, he ripped her a new one. And then he showed a picture of him, Kiera, and another sibling.
So he is around.
So he is around. She made us think that he has never been around since day one. I
That's
think
right.
he's the dad that keeps her ass and tries to keep her in check.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So Maury goes, yeah, I'm hoping they grow old together until death do them part. And our Nariah goes, and not have too many kids. And Kira says, I hope they live a happy life and die in peace together. Marie and Kira really honed in on that death to us part thing. They were like, we never heard that before.
Well, look at the lifestyle that their parents lead. Like, yeah, Fast and Furious and shit.
I don't know. It was just very sweet. Okay, so we get the final closing cards, which I'm always grateful for. Brooke moved to Galveston and works at a daycare center.
Ooh.
She currently talks to multiple inmates.
Of course.
Okay. Alex gave birth to a baby girl. JK is awaiting the paternity results and is dating several women. Do we know if he's the father of this baby? Did we ever find that out?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
All I know is he's about to have surgery on like a knee or something like that.
Interesting. Will is dating. He has sworn off quickie weddings. Duh. Courtney has a new boyfriend who isn't Mark, and he looks decent. He looks decent.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
Maybe she is sober. Courtney,
hopefully.
Come on, girl. Justine and Michael have postponed their wedding until 2026, which means we'll probably have to get them on another episode, another season. They are thrilled Melody is going to college in the fall, but not thrilled about the bill. Okay. I'm hoping she's going to University of Las Vegas, like close.
I think she is.
In-state tuition.
I think I saw that she is.
Hopefully she got some scholarships. Okay. Keith is hoping to get permanent custody of Damari. LaTisha was arrested for forgery and identity theft shortly after filming ended. So that's a new case? A new case?
This is the woman in the house.
Okay. The case is ongoing. Zeruiah and Troy continue to try and mend their relationship with Crazy Karen. Baby Troy is staying with them for the summer while they prepare for the son's arrival. We get a pregnancy photo shoot, and I was not ready. What are we doing?
Is so typical of something that Troy was the creative director of this photo shoot.
They are like laying in a boat on the water. He's in like brown shorts. It's okay. Again, Zeruiah's never looked better. Okay. Bianca is in a new relationship and he's never been to prison. Yes, and we know she's having a baby.
Great.
Good. Wonderful. Daniel says, no, I haven't talked to Bianca in months. I hope she's doing good. You know, I wish her the best. We weren't the right fit.
Okay.
Okay, well, now that he's sobered up, maybe he's being nicer. Daniel completed his 90-day treatment program. Good. He was released from jail. He lost his job and the apartment, of course. And he is a resident in a sober living facility. Good.
That's where he needs to be.
Good. Good job, Daniel. Quiana and Damodrick live together. Jawalia and Damodrick only communicate to co-parent. She dropped the charges with Quiana. The case was dismissed. And then we see her holding that little baby. And whose name is Kyrie? Anyway, she is smiling and being so sweet and goo-goo to that little baby. It made me so happy.
Because we did not smile. No, and her being around her kids didn't make her smile the few scenes that we saw them all together in.
That made me happy that we ended with Joella being sweet and smiling to the baby.
I didn't think she knew how to do that.
Oh my God. Listen, that's it, guys. That's a wrap on season 6B or 7 or whatever you want to call it of Life After Lockup.
Yeah.
So So when they start over with Love During at the end of January, they cannot tell us it's season 6. They're going to have to tell us it's season 7.
Okay.
They have to. They have to. So anyway, guys, that's it. And if you didn't hear it at the beginning, next week we will be here 60 days in season 4. That's what we're covering. You can find it, I know, on Hulu. I know on Amazon Prime. Who knows where else? And also because it's an A&E show, they have a free app. And you can put it on your Apple TV or your phone or whatever. They have a free app and you can find it there. 60 days in season 4. We're going to be covering it. We've never, well, I did think I watched a season of it one time. Kimberly, maybe.
I haven't.
It wasn't this season. So I sort of know what we're getting into. It's people that go in and fake like they're prisoners to like give the intel on what's happening in the prison system.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you right now that Kimberly has suggested this.
Okay.
So if she is wrong and it's not good, then you all are allowed to start fights with Kimberly.
Well, here's the thing. With all the fighting that Kimberly has started with me, she's probably setting us up for failure. This is probably the worst season of 60 Days In. And she's like, I want to make sure it's on there with Keisha. So they'll turn against Keisha. You know what? I don't know, Mary Payne. I don't know. I think she's setting us up.
Whatever it is, we can make it funny.
I agree.
We can make it. If we can make that family lockup funny, which they yanked off the air.
Yes, they did.
Somebody wrote and goes, what you should do is you should finish up that first. I go, nope. Nope.
No, I mean, they like released all the episodes like in one day.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry.
Look, we worked too hard to make a show that wasn't that good for the recap.
Yeah. And then I got real petty with it. I was like, forget it. Yeah. Forget it. They wouldn't send us screeners. Forget it. Everybody, that's it. Make sure you are following both of us over on the Instagram and TikTok. It's the Libra Lounge with Keisha. It is Pink Shade Pod. That's me. And lots of great stuff coming up. Again, make sure you're following our Love is Blind coverage. I'm covering 90 Day the Other Way over on Prime with Kimberly. We're covering 90 Day HEA on the free feed. And then every Thursday is rotating Pop and Bravo. Who do I have this week? Corey and Carly. I have this week. And then I've got like Ace Fanning coming up. I got Amy Phillips coming up. We've got some good people over on the Thursday show. So
awesome.
Everybody, look out for Keisha. Look out for me. And we will see you next week with 60 Days in. Okay, bye.